Hi everybody, welcome to another Rexing Around video. This is a suit up special, and unlike last time, I can guarantee I will not be the annoying one. I've been joined by Brian and Greg, and we're going to be suiting up Brian as Captain Vaughn, otherwise known as Commander Dave, from the 332nd Battalion, and the final arc of the Clone Wars Season 7. Last time we did a suit up video, we did Captain Rex. I'd had quite a bit of energy drink before that.
Yes.
And we've received...
It was like late at night. So I think it was after a work day.
Yeah.
So when we started recording early on.
It was early on.
Yep.
I didn't have my rhythm. I'm going to do way better this time. And so, you can leave a comment saying I'm still annoying.
I will.
But please
I'll
don't.
just get out of the way. Just do that and pin that comment.
Thank you.
Started off.
Too many views on that video, and I'm just like paralyzed. We're just going to move forward. Brian, let's get you suited up. Let's cut right to the chase. So, Brian, you're wearing a kit from Imperial Surplus, which is a vendor that we use for most of our armor. As you can tell, Brian's already got the diaper and the thigh on, and we call it a diaper. It's not actually a diaper.
It's a diaper. Catches everything.
Greg, this is like a 6-piece. This diaper is like a 6-piece build, right? On its own.
Yeah, there's multiple pieces. It looks like one solid piece, and you think it would be super easy. It's actually... So the front, it's comes in front and back half. You can see, if you're close, you can see the lines where it kind of glues together and everything. The belt piece comes in 2 pieces separated. The belt boxes come in multiple pieces to be assembled. Then you also have the thermal detonator on the back side. If you want to turn around to the back side, I'll show it off right there. That's thermal detonator.
It's just a piece of PVC tube.
It is. Yeah, it is. So you get there's a lot of pieces that go into making it one solid piece. You even look at his thigh. That thigh is from the start is 2 pieces. It's front and back halves, and then obviously you glue it together and make it one whole.
I think people always ask. They go, "Oh, how'd you make the armor? How does it work?" And really, it's like I always tell people it's like a model kit.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you've ever built a model, so you got to break the pieces off the little tree. You got to kind of trim it, clean it up so you can glue it together.
No,
it's
actually picking them up pretty well. Yeah. I was watching it.
But yeah, it's basically like a model. Like if you just kind of keep that in your mind, that's really how it works.
So last time we took about 25 minutes till we actually suited up. We're going to get right into it. So, Brian, you've already got the suspenders on, which are connected to that diaper piece that we call. You also have a belt on, yes?
No, I don't have a belt because I have straps that are snapped to my cod piece that hold up the thighs.
So there's 2 different ways of doing it. I have a belt for mine, and it's got the 2 straps that go down that hold up the thighs. And then it has a piece of Velcro coming up this way, which will connect onto my ab plate. Brian has all that built into his one, which is honestly probably way better.
Here's what it is. Brian has the Greg version of how to assemble it. Yours was the preliminary, like when we were all done with everything.
Mike was the tester.
So yeah,
that makes sense. So Brian, slide that on, and you'll see that there's a piece of Velcro in there that will catch the Velcro coming down, and that just helps when you're walking around for those thighs not to drop. It's really annoying when you're trooping or, at a convention and your pieces start to drop down, start to wear on your knees, which wear on your ankles. It can be a big problem.
And I have foam here in the thighs to kind of help with a little bit of the shifting.
He skipped leg day.
I skipped leg day, yeah. I did fit the armor. I cut it down slightly to kind of fit my body shape a little bit better. But then there is also a little bit of foam because part of the look of the clone armor is muscular.
And that's something that we talk about a lot. So when I made my second kit, what I did was I brought that in real tight. So it kind of hampers me from being able to gain any sort of weight, which causes me to have to work out a lot just to fit into the armor. But it gives this really cool animated look because obviously clone troopers have unrealistic body expectations. And no matter what size we are, people will always in the comments call us fat. Because they're just little twigs in the show. So we're doing the best we can with what we got.
I think part of it too is the kits are universal. There's no sizing to kits.
You got to size it yourself.
So you got to make it fit your body shape.
So just like before, this is 2 pieces, and then what he's done is left one side open with Velcro on it. So it'll allow him to slide it up and over his leg if you want to start getting that rolling.
This is where the lack of mobility.
It's good to have a helper. You got to do this with both sides. So it's on. Do you have that one padded too?
Yes.
Yes.
A little bit of padding inside.
Padding is so helpful. Just furniture upholstery padding. Game changer. And you can be pretty aggressive with these if you build them correctly. The vacuum form plastic allows for a lot of movement. He's got his clone shoes, which are basically just work shoes, non-slip,
Your Payless non-slip.
nursing shoes. Yeah, if you want to lift your foot up a little bit, get that in frame.
Oh, too much.
There it is. It's just a nursing shoe with a piece of plastic on it. There's obviously a couple leather parts we add onto them. Brian, you can take those back off if you don't want to wear them.
I'm going to leave mine.
All right.
It looks good.
Next up would be the ab plate. So again, like all pieces, it comes as 2 parts. And what you have to do when you're making it is you actually cut this guy down the middle. So it comes in a front and a back. And then you cut this thing down the middle once you bondo all this together, glue the sides together. And this plate will actually Velcro. And you can hide. You get to hide all those. I got it if you want to do that. You get to hide all those seams so that it looks like it does in the show. There is technically a seam here as well as a seam right
Show
here.
them the inside so they can see the inside of it. See how it's like multiple pieces.
That's a good view there. You can kind of see how it was a couple pieces. And that's where it gives room for adjustment. If you're a little bit wider or you're a little bit skinnier, you can
like
cut
mine,
it
I'm
away.
I'm a little chunkier, so I'll actually add plastic to the inside, kind of extend it a bit. So it allows me, to get it, obviously fit my little belly in there.
And it can help him to stay, I guess it's so you still look, you look like the same. You look proportionate with us. So all of Greg's armor is trimmed differently than ours. Brian and I are like 1 inch taller than him. And so we have the ability to kind of pull our pieces up. So what Greg does is he trims his pieces down so that proportional height is still the same. So we can add more plastic in the middle or wherever he needs to add it, but it's still going to look.
It also acts as a girdle for us chunky boys who try to get in it, and again, like you said, it really motivates you to stay in shape.
Yeah.
Jeez, dude. There's that one time where I was like, "Hey, I can't fit in this anymore."
It's a wake up call.
But we want to do things, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna go running.
Something that I personally developed was the chest and back separate pieces. I didn't develop it.
This is actually a good point to mark this out because people ask us questions for this all the time.
This is so important. These pieces aren't supposed to be separate. Technically, they're supposed to be permanently bonded together at the top. But what happens when you're putting your suit
I'll go close.
on and off? Yeah, here. Let's go in the middle one. What happens when you're taking your suit on and off is there tends to become a lot of pressure that builds up in those top joining areas.
They don't give it all.
These sleeves and Captain Rex, Captain Rex, has just been obliterated.
Yeah.
I've got gaffer's tape, duct tape, super glue all up there. So if you're building a suit of armor, take the extra time, cut this away, and make these parts Velcro. It is going to make you so much happier, not only in suiting up and suiting out.
So give the close up of on the side. Give the close up on the inside what it looks like. So the back shoulder straps. Are you in the right one? Oh. Oh, okay.
How does Mike look?
So right. So the back shoulder straps are glued on, and then the front part there's Velcro on the top slab. So the back is glued, and so on the front of the shoulder straps themselves, there's going to be the shoulder straps. There's Velcro on top side. Yeah, there you go. You got to show the camera.
It blends in.
So there's Velcro right there, and so it's just gonna sit. Yeah, in most cases that's where you glue them together. Oh, there you go. That looks perfect.
I promise I was going to be less annoying.
A little bit. It's okay. So you clamshell.
Oh, the pain that you endure when you don't have these separated. I mean, you guys, we just saved minutes off of Brian's life.
As
Also,
well as
too, like fitting your head through it. Is
the
not
stress
fun.
of hearing it crack and just break, and then over time you see the stress fractures in it, and it's just like, I got to fix this somehow. It's broken. Yeah.
So on the sides, it's actually accurate to the show. All clones have a slit here, and you can see that a lot in Battlefront. When you play Battlefront, there's actually no connector, so the chest and back piece are just free to float, kind of like a TK, a stormtrooper. In the animated show, they're always connected, but there is a line down the middle. So, even in that sense, making it work, like as in like real world application, but still making it canon to what the show is there's a lot of attention to that detail.
Okay.
We forgot your...
We've never done this. This is new, you guys. We've never put these
Brand new.
on, ever.
Forgot a piece. This happens a lot.
Never to me.
This is pretty... Never.
be
This is
fair,
an
though-
exciting rig.
To be fair though, Brian grabbed the piece like he knew what he was doing. So this is the neck seal. This is a 2-in-1 system that is actually designed by Imperial Surplus. He made this so it's because neck seal, you want to make sure you protect the neck, not protect the neck when you're getting shot at. To hide the neck, because you want to make sure you stay in character, kind of the immersive point of it. So this comes with its little setup he made, and it includes the neck seal as well as shoulder straps, which attach to your bicep armor, and then you can Velcro on your shoulder bells. And Brian, if you want to point out that little bit, I think we've talked about this before, the little pouch.
Yeah.
That is actually for a speaker. You can fit like an Anchor speaker in there, so you can add voice. You can add
Battery also.
You can talk, but yeah, battery if you want battery. You have battery powered fans in your helmet. All the above,
And then these are if you want to wear your suspenders over it. Most of us choose not to.
Yeah.
But you can actually slot these through your suspenders so it stays super snug. Most of the time you won't need that, but it's a little attention to detail that we think is pretty cool. Next step is that shoulder piece has Velcro running down this side, and you just Velcro the shoulder bell.
And here's
Boom.
one important thing, dude. Make sure that just the bell sits just a little lip
Watch your language.
over
Greg.
the
Bicep.
the bicep.
What a lot of people do is they'll put it up here, or they'll put it all the way down here, and it's like, dude,
These gaps.
look at the show. The show, they just barely tap right there. So take that. Boom.
Proportions are key.
Yeah, proportions are everything, man.
Now we do the back.
Yep. Okay, you're gonna help him. He's got his big old. So Captain Vaughn has this huge, like, antenna, dude.
Greg goes, Brian, that antenna's way too big. Brian goes, no, it's what he wears. And he goes, there's no way. That antenna's way too extra.
I was like, you challenge me, Greg?
Dude, it is exactly
Oh my,
this.
move slow. You almost took him out.
Okay,
Oh,
so
shoot, I almost
Yeah, dude.
we joke about Vaughn saying that as soon as he was promoted to captain, they sent him to the armory room and they're like, hey, you're a captain,
Grab
feel free to
everything.
grab whatever you want to grab. Just so you know, most of us, we do like pistols, some of us have commas, maybe some binocs if you want them. And we've joked that Vaughn grabbed every possibly accessory.
Well, I
he could
want to like Commander Cody.
Everything. Give me everything.
and the biggest of it all is
So I have
thing's
big
way too
ears
long.
that tend to get caught on the helmet when I take it on and off. So I wear one of these to kind of
The helmet is snug.
hold them Dumbo ears back.
I can hand you these things. So, like all pieces, just like the shins, it's exact same setup here. So you've got Bondo and sanded, and Brian did an amazing job of hiding the seams. Greg, if you want to take over while I get...
Which one are we going to? There we go. Yeah, so again, this is 2 pieces, and the top part, it's just like the shins. Top part is going to be glued as well as bondoed. So are you any body filler? So it's going to look like their gap was never there. And then on the back side, where you kind of squeeze your hand in, there's going to be some space for Velcro and a little, like again, another clamshell technique and space enough to get your wrist, to slide your wrist in there.
It'll never sit flush.
Yeah, it'll never sit flush.
All you can ask is that it gets as close to flush as possible.
Yep.
Some people take a heat gun and they'll kind of melt it down and curve it. It works most of the time. It's kind of a bummer if you warp the plastic and it's,
Yeah.
these are expensive pieces. This kit, as a grunt, so without all the commander accessories, it's pushing, well over $1,000.
And I cut my forearms, like all the pieces of my armor. I cut it down so it'd be pretty fitted because I didn't want a lot of extra space. So.
It's always good to resize yourself, especially if you're on the thinner side. A lot of people leave it, and it's just like you're floating in your armor, your little twig in this big old round tube.
Yeah, cut
It's
it
good
down.
to resize. Hand
So
plates?
the hand plates, yeah. So some people put Velcro on the back. I exclusively do Velcro because the little straps here just seems like an extra step. But Brian does the Velcro or the straps, and you can tell there's really no difference once they're on. You can't tell. You're also always holding a gun or whatever.
You're
so.
never usually like maybe
Yeah.
going for a high five or whatever, but
Now, the most important part of this entire kit is the helmet. And we're going to get a lot into kind of what's happening with this helmet because it is a kit bash is what you call it. So the base of it, the grunt, is from Imperial Surplus. But Imperial Surplus doesn't offer the accessories to create basically the commander/captain look. So these are all 3D printed files from galacticarmory.net. They specialize in some really cool 3D printed designs. Now he does offer, it's currently sold out, and we'll be talking a lot about like special deals we're doing with Galactic Armory. So stay tuned for that, because if you're looking to grab a helmet, trust me, wait. They do a whole print. You could buy the entire Captain Vaughn / Commander Cody helmet getup from them. Brian already had his grunt, so he just needed to retrofit a few pieces. I was there. It was very frustrating for him, but he beat it and he did it. And you can see that this is Captain Vaughn. We did get a couple comments about the visor being low. It's not. It actually is basically this exact setup in the show.
I think the confusion was that it mimics Commander Cody.
Yeah.
His visor is a little bit different if you compare him from the visors. The visors,
the slant is different. The angle's different. It is a little bit tweaked. Not only that, he has these dark bands here, which just make the whole thing seem darker. So he has this maroon paint here, and then the maroon paint here. And I like that you kept this white, because at least it catches some of the light and it kind of reflects it back on. If this was black, it would just be darkness under there.
I spent an obsessive amount of time like looking at the pictures and looking at screenshots, trying to figure out the little details. I get really, when we talk about proportions, the gap here between the visor and the mohawks, I was really conscious of that. Now, because this visor wasn't specifically made for this helmet, which the Imperial Surplus visor fits this helmet really nice, but his helmets also don't have the mohawks because that's specific to Commander Cody and now Captain Vaughn. So I had to modify. So and the good thing with 3D printing is you can heat it up, kind of melt it a little bit to fit the helmet. So I was able to fit that on there. Same with the visor too. I was able to heat it up. I think it's pretty close to what you saw in the show.
You knocked it out of the park, dude.
I had to modify this chin piece quite extensive. That's a whole new thing that no clone has ever had before. Again, Captain Vaughn has all the accessories, so it was really fun to build. There were, some heavy modifications that I have to do that kind of took me a whole week of printing, reprinting, getting the sizing right. It was a lot of work, but it came out nice, and hopefully stuff doesn't break off, but it probably is. So
don't grab that back. Don't grab the, oh gosh.
Yeah, so there's the clamshell. So the Imperial Surplus design is really cool because to have the helmet fit on your head in a nice, sleek, and fitted way, he had to develop a way to make it so you can get it on and off your head. If you just try to slip that on over your head, it's not going to work. But with the clamshell, you have some magnets in here and then a strip of Velcro on the back that has elastic, so you can just pop it on and off. Kind of like how they did in the show, but obviously in the show it was one piece.
Boom. Gosh, so handsome.
Looks good, dude.
Throw it on the wide.
Do side.
Hot.
Hit him with some wide.
Woo-wee. Dude, this is, I haven't seen another one, right?
Looks great.
Is this the first?
I don't even care. This is the only one on my buck.
This is the very handsome Captain Vaughn, otherwise known as Captain or Commander Dave, made famous by Clones Deserved Better on Instagram. This is like a fan favorite, and I'm actually working on my own Captain Vaughn helmet. But in support of Brian and his 332nd attack, I repainted mine to be a 332nd 501st Grunt. Yeah. So if you haven't seen, we got pictures up, we got TikTok up.
It's behind you. Well, at least the helmet.
Yeah. We'll be making a ton more content in these boys, and it's great because Greg is a Coruscant guard, and so they all work together during that whole segment. So there'll be some cool stuff coming from us. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I really hope I was less annoying this time. No energy drink, just hanging out, having a good time with the boys. Brian, thank you for shooting up for us.
Of course, anytime. Love putting it on.
Now get out. Get it out. Get off it.
If any of you have any questions, leave them below. If you liked what we did, please leave a like. Consider subscribing. We do a ton of weekly Star Wars content, mainly in the form of podcast, which is just right on the set. But we're also launching some new stuff, so stay tuned.
We will leave links in the bio, so don't leave a bunch of comments asking the same questions over and over again. Information will be in the bio.
There you go. Thanks, Greg.
And if you want to see me dress up as Vader,
we don't.
Nobody does, Brian.
Leave comments.
Nobody does.
Bye.